What's up, guys? My name is Nick and this is the ROK Music Review, your place to discover and discuss Korean music. And I have got a further review of this brand new song from CLC, which is just stunningly good. Of course, I did my music video reaction. That was my first impression. Those are my thoughts and opinions. Now it's time to dig down a little bit deeper than I did in that video and discuss this song a little bit more in depth. So let's just basically get started with the big thing that, I thought initially after I watched the first teaser, and then people were like, people are still insisting in the comment section, something like that, that this is a song that is kind of a little bit of a 4-minute copycat, or that is a 4-minute copycat. And I say, no, it's not. I said that in my, I've said it in my, my music video reaction. I've replied to people in the comments as like, this is Hyuna, this is why, all of this kind of stuff. And it's like, so to me, as a comparison, is like, this is much more like how her newest solo song, right, How's This, than anything that 4-minute ever released. So there is that. I mean, every single aspect of this music video, from the visual to just the sound and the style of the song, it's all Hyuna. I mean, the wardrobe screams her style. It's nothing really like what 4-minute ever really wore. Maybe a little bit with Hate, but that was still a little different. But I mean, it, like I said, it definitely screams, that it's a song that's basically like something that could have been a solo song for her, but it was then adapted for CLC as the group. And regarding the music, 4 minutes music, Crazy, Hate, all of Act 7 and all of the album before that, they're more like EDM based or influenced songs, like dubstep and whatever kind of other genres that are similar to it. I don't know, I'm not all into the electronic genre, so I can't name, but I mean, Skrillex was, had probably put down the wubs in Hate a little bit for like 2 seconds, and then he was like, I'm done, now put my name on it, pay me. That's probably what he did. But he had a tiny, half a percentage of participation in the production of the previous song, and so that just kind of is an indicator of the just genre and all of that all of 4 minutes music's taken from the last 2 albums. Especially this song, more of, at least to me, in the way that I see it, it's much more of like a hip-hop influenced trap kind of thing. That's what I'm hearing, and again, that is definitely much more in line with Hyuna's music. It just is. Her last 2 albums are much more like that than anything that 4 minutes released. So that is really it. And the only similarity that I can actually pick up, as far as it being something similar to 4-minute, is that there's a couple bits in the song that is similar to Crazy. I mean, specifically the little build-up thing before the chorus, it's like a bass or a kick drum kind of thing, you feel like that impact kind of sound. That, and it just ramps up, and then you drop into the chorus. That is, of course, very similar to Crazy, but it's still like it's like 30 seconds, 30 seconds tops of the entire song that is similar to something that was included in a 4-minute song. But it's just a structural component of the song that doesn't actually have anything to do with the actual genre and the visual style and the concept, and none of that. It's just the composition choice for the person who wrote the song. So that is, I mean, that's really it. And even the vocals in some instances are even similar to Hyuna's stuff. I mean, some of the rap verses are very similar to just her flow and cadence with her vocals. I mean, so if you listen to the song, right, the first, the very first lines of the song, right, a little rap verse, the first half of it, it's like, I was listening to them like, this sounds a lot like it could be, that it could be like Hyuna doing it. Like, it sounds very, very similar. Like I said, based just on the cadence and the flow of the lines, it's uncanny. And it's not a bad thing. It's definitely not at all a bad thing. It is, spectacularly, great. I really, really like this song. One, because I think I definitely do believe I said this for my reaction video, is because, CLC wasn't finding any success with, doing the cute thing. Everyone's doing it in K-pop, so you got to put out like the top tier music to, gain any sort of like significant progress, towards being a, well-recognized group, and it's just the competition in that, genre or that, area of K-pop is just too competitive. It's really, really, difficult for, someone to make a song that's going to stand out. I've listened to plenty of songs over the last year, 2 years, and there are very few just in general that actually do stand out. But this one here, right, it's a definite huge change of pace. I mean, they've released 5 albums, which is crazy to me that like, I remember it was like just yesterday that they made their debut, and this is their 6th mini album, which is crazy to me. But, 2 a year or something like that, 2 every 6 months, 7 months, however long it's been. So for their 6th album, they're like, they're gonna change direction, do something that's different, try and get into like a genre and a style that's like not oversaturated with like every other girl group that exists, and it's really, really great. I mean, I love it. It's a good just choice to go. And of course, like if you really think about it, right? So we went through the the era, the K-pop, K-pop 2.0 or whatever, 2nd gen, girl groups, right? And the attitude and all that stuff was kind of a thing. And now the pendulum has swung back to being, cute style, and it's going to come back to being, to having a little bit of the attitude. And CLC is going to be perfectly situated, I think, when it does, when the scene does head back in that direction. I mean, and the song itself, like I said, of all those things that I pointed out, I really like all of that. I think that the group, that it's really good. So the song has got a little bit of bite to it, obviously. That's kind of like the thing, that's the idea, that's the point. But at the same time, it's got a little bit of charm. It's got a little bit of that, that CLC, girl group, cute kind of thing still going in it, and it's really the main thing that makes me feel that, right, is that they still get to like, sing, right? 4 minute, whoever got to actually sing, do the vocals, all that stuff. And it's good. It gives a nice balance, right? You got like, the rappers who bring the attitude and the little bite, and then you got the vocalists who have the really nice voices. CLC is very talented as far as, the vocal ability, right? To sing and bring a little bit more of, that charm and that, that nice kind of feeling, It's kind of a thing to balance out the aggression, the hard with the soft. Something like that. It's definitely really, really nice. And of course, just to go back and, revisit the whole, Hyuna, this is a song from that basically that matches her style, is like, I said that, and of course I got 50 billion trillion different comments of people telling me that she was involved in the production of the song in like 50 billion trillion different ways. So there is also that. So that is it. So upon further review, Hobgoblin, the newest song from CLC for their 6th mini album, is basically a Hyuna song. I guess you can say she helped create a copy of her style for the group, and I think that it is spectacular. It's got a little bit of everything, it's got a little bit of attitude, it's got a little bit of charm, and it definitely is a much needed change for this group to set them apart from every other girl group that's in K-pop doing the cute thing, so that is what I have got. That is my review. I do hope that you appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you agree or disagree, or you have any other specific points that you like or didn't like about this song and even album, then drop them down in the comments, or you can hit me up on social media on Twitter. I got links to my social media and stuff like that in the description box. And also, if you're interested in buying this album and helping me out, you just got to click on the link that I got. It's an Amazon referral link down in the description box below, and if you buy it, I get a little bit of a percentage for referring you to make that purchase. But of course, you got to do your due diligence and shop and make sure that that is the deal that makes sense for you. Or you could just basically, once you click on that, buy anything else that you're looking for off of Amazon, and that also does help. So, get some sick albums, because the album is cool. I'll be having a review of that tomorrow probably, so look forward to that and support the channel. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. I gotta figure out a better way to work in my affiliate link thing, don't I?